Hello everyone and welcome back to some more replay reviews. Now this time I might talk through some of my games here because as someone has been pointing out in my clips is that they wish they could hear me talk a bit about the replays. So I'm going to try to do my best here to go through some of these replays and explain what my thought process was and what I was thinking my next plan was to be. So this again was from the same rotation that my last two replays were from. If you haven't watched them, go check them out. Okay, so this game, I think I just entrusted my E-leader teammate because they had the main reasoning of dealing with either the front lines or maybe the Hydra. So it was basically just trust the backliner and trust my Dapple Doolies there. So I could ride the tower most of the time. One thing I've noticed too, which is a really good helpful thing, if when you're playing as custom GOO tuber and you can't feel like you can help too much, what I like to do recently is sort of throw fizzy bombs not only towards the enemy, but throw them towards where your teammates might be fighting against a couple of enemies, just to give that extra bit of chip damage. And so, as you've seen, we've opened up with like 3 or 4 assists and 2 splats, 2 of them being with Ultra Stamp and 1 of them being with a fizzy bomb. So it's just about using your weapon pool as much as you can, using all functions about your sub to your special, and even obviously not forgetting your main weapon. So having tactical here with a teammate is really helpful because obviously I can give myself more opportunities to make crazy plays, or just being really more aggressive than I need to be, just because obviously of that quick respawn. And also here is a good thing too, because if I'm running the tower, that means my E-leader could be in a safe position. At that point too, I was just trying to aim for the Hydra. I'm going to bring it back because you probably didn't notice it, but you might have, but at the same time because I like to talk too much. This was just a matter of trying to find who my team couldn't deal with. Now, the E-leader probably could have dealt with them, but I noticed they were having a few shots at the shooter nearby, and I don't think the E-leader could have gotten that shot on the Hydra. So yeah, able to get the Hydra there was kind of crucial to a degree, but not game changing. So jumping back in and mainly just running tower. Now, part of me thought I should probably wait for my teammates to appear, but here I am throwing the fizzy bomb sort of towards where my teammates were, even though no one was actually really there. It was just trying to, provide a bit of pressure. Kind of like with torpedoes or tentative missiles, just try and displace your opponents. To be honest, at that moment, I panicked and just threw the stamp, and I got very fortunate that I didn't die to the clash. I think it was the clash or one of those shooters, I can't remember what it was. But yeah, in a moment's panic, I just threw the stamp instead of keeping hammering. But yeah. Alright, so at this point we've got a solid lead. There's no point really having to swim for spawn because I can get special pretty quickly. So I think here I was just making sure that we didn't let them overrun us. As you can clearly see, my teammates are doing a far better job than I am at doing that. But one thing was crucial too, and that was making sure our Rapid Blaster Pro was alive long enough so we can get more drinks, because they are very helpful. Not just for me, but for the rest of the teammate. Got a very nice kill there on the Splattery, also known as the Dapple Doolies. Now, no, I didn't get him, because I remember watching the Hydra, but I got distracted by this Clash Blaster and they ended up getting me. So I think, from memory, I don't know if this team at all got a chance to ride tower. They might have, I can't remember. Guess we'll find out. So again, waiting for neutral fights to basically occur. And as soon as a Hydra goes down, I'm like, okay, I'm moving up, because I've noticed the Dapples has taken down the other skirmisher, and I can use some stamp here. I didn't actually think through this stamp really. I just thought about using it, and then I only got the one pick. But unfortunately, I go down to clash, which happens. Everyone does to clash every now and then. All right, here we go. I think from there we go. So that was a nice little partial actually. The Hydra has fallen down for some reason. I thought they would have maintained that position up top on the bridge because that is a strong spot. However, they've gone there a little bit too late for their own liking, and I was able to pick them off. So it's about trying to recognise what are the opponents trying to achieve, and I'm trying to sort of just stop them from doing what they want to achieve. Like, the Clash was trying to ride the tower with the Hydra there. I think from memory, do I throw the stamp here soon? Yeah, I think I throw the stamp. Yeah, bingo. Very nice. I mean, I could have used it more on the bubbler, but there was a jump in, so I couldn't say no. Another thing too, just quickly on this little note here, if I go back to about here, what you can do as well as a custom GOO tuber, and I mean, or just any GOO tuber in as a whole, is that you'll notice when I'm on tower, there's like two of my teammates, or one of my teammates having a skirmish against another player. So what you can do is try and paint the enemy's area. So if the enemy is standing in one spot and you can't kill them, the next best thing you can do is paint around their feet to stop them moving. I got very fortunate on that Hydra kill earlier, just then too, by the way, I should say. But yeah, that was just a really good replay of how to use the kit perfectly all around. And as you're about to find out, I went 21 on 5, which is crazy, but it can happen, I guess. But yeah, that was a fun game actually. I kind of like when I was playing that game at the moment, I was thinking, yeah, racked up a few kills here, but I think most of them end up being assists, which is the funny part. Speaking of Ultra Stamp though, let's get into this replay, which occurred only a couple of nights ago. This one was hilarious because I noticed the bottle geyser on the other team, aka this squeezer, was very aggressive. Very, very aggressive. They're probably a bit hyper fixated, I noticed at times. But this match is important for another reason. It's for the reason of, see, this spot here is great when you're in opening, but the problem is there's two blasters on the enemy team, as well as, I guess, to a degree, the squeezer, and maybe a reflux if they try to use ledge trap with the curling bomb. But this spot is very dangerous during regular game. During the opening, it's fine, but I'll explain why. So right now it's okay because I've got my blaster teammate who has decided to jump down. So I'm a bit exposed if I get... there we go. This is what I was... Yeah, I remember this. So that squeezer, I saw it, I'm like, what are they doing just standing there? Menacingly. But as I was discussing, I was too close to the ledge. And that's what made them jump up out of nowhere and go after me, which they did. Yeah, so one thing I used in this game was knowing my spatial awareness about what weapons can kill me from what distances or what range. So about here, I'm just trying to avoid both the blasters, but at the same time I'm trying to put pressure on the tower so no one can ride it. And my team does a good job in doing so. And then now it's just per usual trying to push up on the tower. And now this one's a good spot too. Well, actually, hold on. I should say my Clash Blaster teammate did very good work against the squeezer the whole game. I can't believe they won most of their fights. Or they tied their fights, which is amazing though for a Clash Blaster. But a good thing for this position specifically. Yeah, it's a good thing to throw a stamp. But if you look closely enough, if you play the game long enough, you can notice the trails of when someone's swimming in, and if you can predict well enough, you can get a free kill sometimes, like maybe 40% of the time, or 50%. But yeah, this one now I'm just trying to avoid. I think I'm trying to be smart here because I had this play like, right, this is great that the reflex are in yours here, so the clean bomb play was kind of clever. So as you can see, I got my stamp out, got a few lucky stamp kills, and it was enough just to neutralize the enemies. So they couldn't make any progress on pushing forward, but I got a bit too, I think I got a bit too aggressive in the ways of the objective, and the squeezer was very quick to shoot me down. So I think here, yeah, so as soon as I saw that blaster, I retreated safely, while also trying to make a bit of an impact on the enemy, specifically more using their paint on the plat just to get special. But it's about applying pressure on this tower while also not getting too close, because as soon as they see you get close to the ledge, that S-Blast is doing exactly what they want me to do. They wanted me to stay there so they can get a nice jump kill. But I didn't let them have it at all. So I just sillily dodged the... Oh, as you can see, did you see the cone bomb attempt? Yeah, they got one up eventually. But yeah, I was just trying to avoid being shot by a blaster. And so while I'm doing this, and while they're getting slightly frustrated, what they're deciding to do, like on the far left, you see an S-Blast, they've decided to go a different route to see if they can get to me, or my teammates. But what they've done is that they've led them into a bit of a dangerous spot for their own self. The S-Blast survived that though, but at this positioning, I'm still putting pressure on the tower. Very unfortunate there that the... yeah, it's what I'm saying. The Squeezer winning fights against this, the Clash winning fights against the Squeezer. So yeah, full credit to this blaster player, Clash blaster player. So I knew that the Squeezer is down. I could probably push up to mid a bit here, apply some more pressure. And bingo, we have an Ultra Stamp quad number 1. And the best throw, yeah. That's what I got too excited about this, obviously. And now I can push up safely with my teammates. And this rapid blaster, very useful with their tactical coming out. Surely, from memory? Yeah, here we go. So the reflex is trying to come the rail, I think, from memory. But I got away, and here comes another quad, by the way. This is a funny one. So you can't really see it, but there's a squeezer. So there's a squeeze up there somewhere. So 3 kills and then a very slow quad. Yeah, follow through. Ready? So yeah, and it was good too because my teammates were able to jump in as well and instantly apply pressure as well. Yeah, I was surprised I lasted that long enough and still got a kill. But this S-Blast got enough. The Squeezer got enough damage to be before with their shots, and then the burst will just finish me off. At this point, I wasn't sure what I was doing. I think I was just trying to ride tower, which was a bit foolishly considering like there was like 3 of them, but 1 of me. And this is where I think I almost started getting worried because from here on in they got pretty close. Again, Clash Buster trying to deal with the Squeezer is good and all, and they go down. Again, I immediately knew if I was too close to that ledge, I was cooked. So, just a note to anyone that's not just a GOO play, but any backliners or, you know, hybrid backliners, mid-lines players, don't get close to the ledge because that's where they want you. Alright. So I have to admit, this has got a funny ending. Like a, well, not funny in a haha way, but funny in a bizarre way. So once this reflex got up here, I knew it was going to be tough because that was going to be built for special. But yeah, the way this I think did I waste my stamp here? Oh, that's what happened. I fell through. So I thought I tried that magic again where you hit the person through the wall, but my teammates had done enough, and that person was easy to kill. But yeah, that was a silly match. That was a very silly match. Because as you'll find out, I went 15-6. Yeah, I watched the replay on my own back, and the Squeezer, after I got the first quad, the Squeezer stopped and hit nice, and jumped a few times. So I don't know if they because they saw me in their replay screen or their death screen, but it was quite funny. But yeah, that was a silly game. And again, shout out to the Clash Blaster for dealing with the Squeezer most of the time. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed those replays and hope you enjoyed my babbling nonsense when I was discussing those. And yeah, stay tuned for more upcoming videos or live streams. I'm about 520,000 away from 10 star on custom GOO. So if you're around and you see me streaming, feel free to hop in by. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to just lurk in the background. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment for more videos. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.